and welcome to Tennis 82. And after the long winter layoff, we get a first glimpse of the sort of skills the really big names will be showing off this summer. That's the Argentinian, moving off the baseline. The polite questioning. Now the anger, now the delivery. The knuckles absolutely white with rage. Straight under the umpire's chair.
You're mindless.
The McEnroe-esque use of the wagging finger.
Witless. Tongue. If I was to kick you in the balls, it would have no effect. Your brain, it is a scramble and a barrel of pig shot. You are an absolute
there goes the racket.
bastion.
Fined £5,000. Next, please.
And here's an old favourite, the old lion of the tennis world, still as abusive as ever. Likes to mumble to herself to keep the umpire guessing.
Have you got eyes?
Now the delivery.
Can you not see? Have you left your eyes at home?
Forceful question.
You mother...
Straight into the four-letter word.
What do you know about tennis? I'll tell you what you know about tennis. You know all about
Another
tennis.
marvellously timed expletive.
I'm more
Lovely pass.
than you'll ever be. You crazy fraud.
There goes the missile.
Fine. Even more money than the last one. Get off.
Using a self-bleeping censoring device. This is new. This is exciting. 6 foot Nick Knock. Very promising. Ever so slightly mental. He's getting something out of his heavily sponsored bag. It's a grenade. Now, this is something the Americans could learn a lot from. This could open a whole new can of beans this summer. Biting the pin. The throw. Not a bad aim. Promising first one. Plenty more from the back. Much closer. Calling on all sorts of obscure African gods.
Direct hit. Fined for hearty beast, 1 case of ivory, 11 wives, 1 white rhino, and a diamond mine. Get off.
Ponsonby Smythe, England.
I'll get you.
He's going to have to go, son. He looks really wound up. The machine gun. Going for the submachine gun. The umpire looks totally unimpressed. Hang on, there's something wrong with it. Dropping in an expletive. What can he do now? He's going to have to think of something. I think he's going for the full moon.
62 other offences will be taken into account. Next, please.
From Albania, this is Gonad. Nice use of the waving windmill arms. Nice footwork. Back he goes. He's calling for reinforcements. He's getting a bazooka. He's bringing in one of his co-professionals. It's going to be like World War III out there. This is a marvellous example of unity. Everybody joining in against a common cause. It's going to be a really marvellous, marvellous summer.
New balls, please. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Still trying to rid my mind of the appalling sight of Bob Carroll's bottom. Sorry, Mum. Anyway, good evening. You join us here live at the end of a week when Joe Gormley received a piece of Arthur Scargill's mind, but threw it on the fire thinking it was a lump of coal.
And in a week when Prince Philip and David Frost both hit the headlines following the careless use of their joysticks.
And in a week when Mark Thatcher apologised for all the trouble he's been causing, the world waits for his mother to do the same thing. Satire. Woo.
And in a week when thousands of our football fans are disappointed that England won't be going to France for a friendly because they wanted a good punch-up with the Froggies. The World Cup is producing all sorts of reactions.
Viv Anderson, Garth Crooks, Cyril Regis, Justin Fashanu. Half the team in Spain's going to end up bloody nignogs. coming over here, driving our buses, going off with our women. I tell you what I'd do, I'd repatriate them. And if they didn't want to go, I'd bloody make them go.
Excuse me, just out of interest, you wouldn't happen to be colourblind, would you?
That's funny, that. Matter of fact, I am.
Thought so.
Do you know, it's funny, with Chris with that wig on, reminds me of David Bowie. I mean, thank you, Chris. No, I think it was more like Busby, actually. Talking of Busby, give us that money back.
Here we are, Charles. Walnut whip, your favourite. Good morning.
Morning, madam. Telephone engineers.
But we haven't got a telephone.
That's right, madam. We've come to put one in.
Oh, well, there must be some mistake. We haven't ordered a telephone.
Now, well, don't worry, madam. You see, 'cause strictly speaking, it isn't your phone.
It isn't ours. But whose is it?
Everybody's.
Everybody's?
That's right, madam. It's a public call box, you know, a telephone box. It is. Quite pretty, isn't it?
A public telephone box in my house, but where's it supposed to go?
Well, according to this plan here, in here.
Oh, but this is absolutely ridiculous.
By the fireplace.
But this is my living room. I can't have a telephone box in here.
Well, I admit, you might have to rearrange the furniture a bit.
Oh.
But you must admit, it'll go lovely with the beige carpet.
But why do we have to have a telephone box in our house?
Well, it's part of the post office... Sorry, madam. British Telecom's idea to combat vandalism. The idea being that the equipment won't get smashed up if it's in somebody's house.
I wouldn't bank on it.
Oh, little... yes, you see, we're more likely to catch the vandals because the occupants will recognise them.
You mean people will have to come into my house if they want to make a telephone call?
That's right, madam. It's quite a clever little wee, isn't it?
No, I'm not having a telephone box in my house. You'll have to put the wretched thing somewhere else.
How about the bedroom?
Certainly not.
All right, then the bathroom. It'll save you coming down the stairs dripping wet when the phone...
No, I'm not having a telephone box in my house.
But, madam, be fair. How can we combat vandalism if the public don't cooperate?
That's your problem. I'm not having a phone box in my house.
We'll give you a Busby T-shirt.
I don't want a Busby T-shirt, and I don't want a telephone box.
Well, madam, I do think you're being a bit hasty. But listen, talk it over with your husband tonight, and I'll call back in the morning. Bye.
Good morning, madam. From the local council. I've come about fitting the public convenience in your kitchen.
Well, there you are. That's subtlety over for another week. Now, will you please welcome tonight's live band? Please welcome Gillian Gillan! Sorry, Gillian Gillian.
Gimme in your red brick city.
Gillen. Tonight's live band, you'll be seeing them again at the end of the programme. And they have bands like that on because they make people like me look neat and tidy. Very quickly, yeah, just stay there a second, John. There's a good reason for this. Just show you this very quickly. Special prize we give away this week is amongst all the other prizes. It's a double picture single from Gillen. Have a little look at that. We want you to tell us, show it to that one over there. We want you to tell us how much does that great balding colossus swinging up there in space, how much does John McCoy actually weigh? And we want it in kilos. How much does he weigh? 4 tons. Very close. On a postcard, please. How much does John McCoy weigh? OK, first one out of the postcard gets it right, gets that. Right, well done.
Last week on our competition, we played you mercifully brief extracts from 8 records made by well-known personalities not normally celebrated for their singing. Here they are with the answers this time around.
Ooh, right, look at that funny voice. Here's number 1. This is called It Ain't Easy, and it's Kevin Keegan, the England skipper, who's very good at football, makes that look easy, but doesn't actually make making records look easy at all. Number 2, Pete Murray. This one for a lot of people, actually, this one. This is Pete Murray, called Forever Young.
Let us all together say...
This is my favourite. This is Huey Green. Land of Hope and Glory. This is a little classic from 1974.
Wake up!
As I look around me...
This is John Pertwee. It's called The Pride of Bamborough. John Pertwee, taken seconds before his head turned into a turnip.
We used to sit on Grandad's knee.
The giraffe was the clue in this one. Jack Charlton, who used to be called the giraffe in the England World Cup team.
Jam and Buddha we had for tea.
They asked me...
This is the one that most people got wrong. Dirk Bogarde. Dirk Bogarde, doctor at sea as he was a long, long time ago.
I discovered the valley of the shifting, whispering sand.
Here he is, star of Top of the World, Eamon Andrews.
One of the western states.
Escaping from this prison, nobody has. Everyone dies.
And hardly anybody at all got this one. It's Noel Edmonds. But he didn't make any more. He was known apparently as Kirk Houston then. It was called Alcatraz. Just check those again. Kevin Keegan, Pete Murray, Huey Green, John Pertwee, Jackie Charlton, Dirk Bogarde, Eamon Andrews, and Kirk Houston as he was known then, or Noel Edmonds as he's known now. The first one out of the postbag on Monday morning for all the bits and pieces we showed last week was Karen Fuller from Keighley up there in Yorkshire. And the runners-up also getting O.T.T t-shirts and Barry Manilow's sign sets are Chris Britton. Glass! Never going to mention Barry Manilow, they'll squeal. Was Chris Britton from High Wycombe, Barbara Evans from Coventry, and Jenny Glossop from Norfolk. Well done, you three. But now, in response to absolutely no demand whatsoever, will you please welcome the return of Africa's top comedy impressionist, a man whose catchphrase is keeping Terry Wogan from the dole queue. Will you please welcome Joshua Yarlog?
All right. Katanga, my friends, greetings. Okay, greetings, my friends. In Swahili, Jambo. In Hausa, Sanu. In Zulu, Sakabona. And in Bradford, Ayopkok. Okay. Katanga. Yes, my friends, it's me, Joshua Zimbabwe Okapi Yarlog. And I'm Africa's top comedian. That's in case you thought it was an advert for Max Factor. Okay, Mzuri. Wulabanga Baganga. Okay, Bazonga. Okay, Gaganga. Yes. Down, you down. Sorry about that. It gets a bit excited with all the bright lights and things. Wulabanga Walanga. Actually, my friends, I'm sorry I was a bit late tonight. We have transport problems in Africa, you know. We're having the same trouble with our elephants as you're having with Aslef. It's a hell of a job getting them to sit round the table. Okay, Katanga. Yes, my friends. I've been really busy since the last time I was on this show. I've just finished a week at the famous Namibian Head Shrinkers Club. What a terrible audience. They make you feel that big. Okay, Katanga. Actually, my friends... Okay, there's more. Okay, Katanga. Actually, I prefer the way your clubs are run over here in England. The comic does his act during the second course. In Africa, you do your act during the first course, and if they don't like you, you are the second course. Waganga, yebo. Yes, my friends, but remember this. The girls on the Nile make you wait quite a while, but on the Zambezi, they're just too damn easy. Okay, but right now, to finish my impressions, I'd like to do my impression of the world-famous comedy magician, Tom Tom Cooper. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I went to the witch doctor the other day. Thank you very much. Like that. Or it could have been like that. No, I think it was like that. I said, witch doctor, I keep thinking I'm a bottle of champagne. He said, just pop behind that screen. I said to him, doctor, I keep thinking I'm the Aswan Dam. He say, oh dear, open your mouth. I say, what? I'm drowned 50 million people. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. And this is me. I who Zambu. I who Limpopo. Zimbabwe. Botswana too. Umbutu Wanga, Mawanga, Berkhamsted, Zambala, Zulu. Katanga. Katanga very much, my friends. Katanga. 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 You're okay. Katanga.
Your car up. But it's surprising how many people don't bother. And that's where the trouble starts. A line of cars left unattended all day. Camera in full view of passers-by. Window left open. All it takes is a moment's loss of concentration. A split second's carelessness, and you're nicked.
Keep your wits about you. There's always some miserable sod trying to spoil all your fun. If they don't lock it up, don't you cock it up.
This was a Criminal Office of Information film.
Well, you may have read in your paper this week of a teacher being assaulted by a parent. Not a rare occurrence, according to the magistrate, who estimated that an average, every teacher in Britain could be attacked as many as half a dozen times in the course of their career. And on radio, Any Questions this morning, they were saying how ironical all this was when so many parents are demanding the abolition of corporal punishment. Luckily, some of our schools still keep to the old standards.
It's always the same three faces, isn't it? Montmorency, Grime, Mwanga. It is a privilege in this school, is it not, Montmorency? The boarders are allowed out of school grounds on a Saturday evening.
Yes, sir.
And it's not a right, is it, Montmorency? It's a privilege.
Yes, sir.
And privileges shouldn't be abused, should they? Mwanga!
No, sir.
What time does this privilege normally cease, Mwanga?
10 o'clock, sir.
10 o'clock, sir. And are there any areas of the town that are out of bounds during this period of privilege? You!
Discotheques and public houses, sir.
Discotheques and public houses, sir, as you so quite rightly say. Well, then, can you tell me, Mwanga? Take that silly grin up your face, boy. Can you tell me, Mwanga, where was it that Mr. Jarvis, the history master, saw you at 10:28 this evening?
Public house, sir.
I don't think I caught that, Mwanga.
Public house, sir.
A public house, sir. In fact, a very public house, sir, full of members of the general public who do not particularly want to see boys from this very expensive school hanging around the public bar drinking 3 large gin and tonics, do they?
No, sir.
No, sir. Of course, it's not against the law of the land for boys of 18, and in your case, Grime 26, to go into public houses. And of course, I can appreciate any boy wanting a pint of bitter after a hard afternoon's rugger. But if I ever catch any boy from this school drinking gin and tonic, I'll crush the living
Many people live dull, boring, grey, monotonous, dreary, uninteresting lives. But not my wife Ethel and I. Oh no, we believe in variety. Variety, my friends, is the spice of life. For instance, we have several varieties of pets. Ethel has her driving lessons, and I frequently dabble in oils. Then, of course, we always go down to our cottage in the Gobi Desert for the first 2 weeks in July. But where Ethel and I find variety most rewarding is in making love. There are, of course, many excellent manuals available on this subject. Ethel and I have tried all these with varying degrees of satisfaction. But by applying a little imagination, you can discover new horizons of ecstasy, fulfillment, and post-preantic diversions that will amaze you. To demonstrate, I call this position La Brouette, which loosely translated means the wheelbarrow. This is quite easy for the neophyte. A little more ambitious, perhaps, is La Bicyclette. My advice is to practice this a few times around the garden before venturing abroad. A word of caution, the crossbar can be chilly in inclement weather. The next one we call Tarzan. Although a few strategically placed cushions can make this position more acceptable. Quite a pleasant way I call Les Escalateurs, which should be practiced going up a descending staircase. Standing up in a hammock I find entirely unsatisfactory. Differ, so try it once. For homes with low ramp or banisters, a little appetizer is always welcome. For those with more dramatic tastes, I call this one La Guillotine. Fresh air fans will appreciate Le Para. However, it is the duty of the artist, and Ethel and I regard ourselves as such, to make full use of present-day technology. So, bearing this in mind, here is a little construction, I think rather droll. It is La Machine à Tapier. One of Ethel's favourites is La Crème en Desfer, or stapler. It is a bit unsuitable late at night because the neighbours complain about the noise. Finally, we come to our pièce de résistance. I call it the stuntsman. We perform this one without the aid of either safety net or contraceptive. Unfortunately, we have not yet perfected this routine, have we, Ethel? That gives me an idea.
Stanley.
All those wasted years punting about with Woody Woodpecker and Bugs Bunny. Cartoon there by Bob Godfrey, an old mate of ours called Kama Sutra Rides Again. We seem to entertain this lot here, and it'll probably upset one or two people at home, but there
now
you
it's
go.
time to...
Beat your brains out! That greet. Oh, sit down. The usual excesses that greet the arrival of one of our competitions. We've been having some rather... We've been having some... Oh! We've been having some rather... We've been having some rather... ingenious mail over the last 4 weeks from you lot, so we thought this week we'd actually send the competition to test your ingenuity to the full. It's not easy sometimes to keep going on this programme. What we want you to do this week, we're going to show you a selection of 4 limericks. We're going to show you a selection of 4 limericks. We want you to complete them. Have a little look at these. 4 limericks, complete these, please, this week's competition. They are number 1. There was a young fellow called Mark who went for a drive in Hyde Park. He got lost in the fog, da-da-da-da-da. While that captions up, the floor manager's pulling our desk back into the light and also getting our microphone to work. There was a young fellow called Mark, write it on the postcard, please. Was a young fellow called Mark who went for a drive in Hyde Park. He got lost in the fog, da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, that's the first one.
And the second one is, a prince who lives in the Mall went up in a plane with a pal.
I think we've solved the problem of the underrun anyway. The prince who lives in the Mall went up in a plane with a pal.
And the third one,
Spondy on that one.
there was an MP called Foot who one day found the Oxfam shop shut.
Interesting use of para-rhyme there.
Well done,
yeah, and number 4, that's 3. Write them down. There was an MP called Foot who... Number 4, there was a young Scottish flasher called Jock, went and purchased a huge stick of rock. I'm not showing that, get it off.
That's absolutely disgusting. What kind of show do you think this is?
We'll get that down to 3, please. 3 limericks there. We want you to complete them. The prizes, if we can find them amongst all this mayhem. This rather nice complete CB set, all the gear, this is the basic thing here, but all the bits and pieces, and also somewhere in your sausage fingers, Algernon.
There you go, my good friend. The world famous...
Hold it up nice and still so we can see it.
World famous CB British Users book and all that kind of thing, break and all that kind of thing, good buddy, and all that Black Mamba kind of stuff.
So there are 3 limericks to be completed, not the 4th one, please, although if you do complete the 4th one, we'll probably read them ourselves. We probably won't read them out on television. Our address, of course, as usual, is Central... Oh, here we go.
O.T.T.
O.T.T.
Central
This could take hours.
Broad Street.
No hurry, then.
No hurry at all.
O.T.T. This is the lady who very nearly disrobed during last week's competition. We thought she was worth second piece.
Shake it, sister, shake it. Yes, sir.
Felt like Lenny Henry's brother. O.T.T. Central House, Broad Street, Birmingham, B1 to JB. Oh, doesn't she look nice? Be quiet, you rabble.
Oh, no.
No. Certainly not. We're excited. Talking of things mammary, as you will recall...
You can't say that on television.
As you will recall, on last week's programme, a lady's chest popped out inadvertently halfway through a competition. I just did. A lot of people wrote in to complain that we didn't hold that particular lady up to the screen long enough. So, in fact, we did notice on this morning, it's very quickly how very fast people's careers go. Yeah, Simon and Garfunkel there, came by a cool 10 years ago, at least one of those ancient pop clips. Always proves very popular on this programme. Something else that didn't prove popular at all on this programme when we introduced it was the BPITA award for the person in the audience who we thought dressed up the silliest. Nothing at all happened for 2 weeks, and then this week we found these two. Look at them, dear, oh dear. Whatever they are, he, she, it, boy, you sort of share that between the pair of you. They are both boys, because I saw them changing. There they are, this week's BPITA award for the silliest looking person in the audience. They are. Well done, that lad. Good boy. And now, living proof now that anyone who gets Bianca Jagger to storm out of his act can't be all bad. Here's Alexi Sale.
Thank you, merci, thank you very much. Bonjour, mes éléphants. This week I'm talking French because I've just been to Paris. I was over there buying a duty-free Renault 5, you know, it's terribly trendy. And they do them completely converted to the English market, you know, steering wheel on the left, and they also do the stickers on the back window, you know, like windsurfers are stupid bastards, and hoovers suck, and we've been to hospital. But while I was in Paris, I actually went to the Pompidou Centre. And the Pompidou Centre is a cultural centre with all the works on the outside. I hope the stupid sod who designed it's going to build himself a car soon. Oh, where's the brake? But the piazza outside the Pompidou Centre is actually the world centre of khaki mime. The centre du monde de mime khaki. Like, the whole piazza is full of white-faced dildos doing indeterminate things to indecipherable objects, you know. All going... That's a man milking a goat, that is. Frighteningly bloody precise. But, this is the philosophy department of Birmingham Polytechnic, by the way, over here. I don't know if they know if they're here or not yet. But the other thing they've got in the piazza is lots of folk singers, right? And these folk singers actually have a hat full of money at their feet. So if you don't like what they're doing, you can take some of it, you know. I actually gave one 50 francs, but he still wouldn't shut up. But the thing is, they actually make a lot of money, these folk singers and mime artists. So I thought if you could combine folk singing and mime artisting, you could clean up, right? So here we have Alexi Sale, the singing mime artist, right? Let's just tune up a bit now. Okay, this is an avant-garde folk song, right? And it's called The Wine Bars of Hampstead. So here we go now. In Hampstead town where I was born, the streets are paved with lentils, the cars are all Swedish and the theatre's experimental. If you go down to the wine bar, it's sad to tell but true, there's sure to be an accountant throwing up over you. Oh, rumty-toodle, pina colada, half a pound of muesli. What do you think of Shirley Williams? I want to vomit, excuse me. Okay, if somebody could just wipe the sperm off the seats there, we'll carry on. Wine bars aren't called wine bars because of what you drink when you're dining. Wine bars are called wine bars because they're full of people whining. Ever had a multiple orgasm? Yes, it made me sick. Ooh, I once loved a hamster, but I killed it with a stick. Oh, rumty-toodle, pina colada, half a pound of muesli. What do you think of Shirley Williams? She looks like a bat. Okay, here we go now. Some Hampstead folk dancing now. It's not Morris dancing, it's Volvo dancing. Woo! Grab your partner by the throat, feed him to a rabid goat. Okay, back to the music now, and Everybody sing along, and it's Gumpty Doodle Pina Colada, half a pound of muesli. What do you think of Shirley Williams? I want to go to the bathroom. There.
Oh, it's no good, darling. I can't manage anything.
Don't worry, darling. You need a Randyberg.
Randyberg Special Brew, the extra strong lager that refreshes the parts the others have rendered redundant.
Go. Oh, Christ. I want to go to the wee-wee now.
Randyberg, the lover's lager.
Oh, the supple stuff week after week. Oh, here we go. Thank you very much. Very popular, guys. I need this. One of the little gadgets that's becoming enormously popular these days, along with things like the digital watch and the video recorder, is the telephone answering machine. But although most of us are getting used to the idea of other people having telephone answering machines, apparently nearly all of us still find talking to them extremely difficult.
Tele-hire of Caterham Service Department.
Hello?
This is a telephone answering machine. I'm afraid all our staff are out at the moment. If you'd like to leave a message after the following tone, we'll deal with your query as soon as possible. Thank you for your call. Please speak now. Do try and express yourself. You've only got 1 minute.
Who is this?
I'm a recording. Are you deaf as well as inarticulate?
Bloody cheek. Well, I was, it's about, I mean, it's the TV.
Television?
Television. It's about the television. It's got all black squiggly lines, a sort of bits across the... It's
developed a fault?
Yes, it's developed a fault. And I don't seem... I mean, I
You're
can't...
unable to rectify it?
I am unable to rectify it, that's right. And it's getting to be a bit of a...
Pain in the arse?
No, problem.
Sorry.
Yes, anyway. So I was wondering if maybe, if you wouldn't mind asking one of your men to come round to...
Fix it?
No, to...
Tomorrow?
Yes, tomorrow, to...
Fix it?
Shut up! So, that's that, is it?
Yes. Now say, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Now you put the phone down.
I know! Bloody machine.
Stupid old prat.
Probably seen in the press, the forces of law and order have not had a very good week. Apparently, the idea of showing how crime prevention really works behind the scenes to a large television audience isn't exactly helping the police image much.
Look, somehow, Bradshaw, the police's image is still not really coming over right on the telly. Look, we've had 3 months training for this, right? It's the big one next week. It's question time, Robin Day. Now, let's just go through a few basics again.
Yes, sir. Very good, sir.
Right. Now, procedure on suspicion. What is normal police procedure?
Well, I'll get straight in there, sir. Don't ask no questions. I'll get straight in there with a truncheon, sir.
Now, what are you going to tell Robin Day?
Oh, well, I'd say to the suspect, excuse me, sunshine, but would it be possible to squeeze a little chat with me into your crowded social diary?
That's better. That's altogether better. Now, let's take a hypothetical case. Let's imagine you observe a man standing at a bus stop.
Bus stop, standing at a bus stop. Well, it's obvious, isn't it, sir? He's a villain, isn't he, sir? Standing there at 6:30 in the evening, carrying a briefcase, smoking non-tip cigarettes. Well, I'll get straight over there, sir, and I'll get me truncheon, and I'll be right in the kidney, sir.
The police manual. Come along, try and remember.
Oh, sorry, sir.
The guidelines, the handbook.
Sorry, sir. I'd say, hello, my friend. You're a stranger around here, aren't you? Welcome to our little unsung utopia. How about popping round to the station for a nice cup of Rosalie?
That's altogether an improvement. Now, interrogation. What are the golden rules of interrogation?
The golden rules of interrogation? Never believe a bloody word they say, sir. Get straight in, because they're villains, sir. Filth, filth, filth.
Now, what are you going to say to the chaps on the BBC, Frank?
Oh, sorry, sir. I'd say the golden rules of interrogation are kindness, tolerance, patience, and trust it in the ghoulies, sir!
Trust, Bradshaw.
Oh,
trust.
Sorry, silly me, sir. Trust, yes,
Now,
I forgot.
now, finally, what's the accepted routine if the suspect refuses to cooperate? Come on, Bradshaw.
Well, I'll take it easy on him, sir.
Yes.
I'll put my hand gently on his shoulder, sir.
Firm but reassuring.
Yeah, firm, affectionate like. And then I'll press the neck, sir, on this little thing called the plexus. And if you press it, the victim goes unconscious for about an hour, sir. But it's best not to press too hard, because it could render him totally incapable and probably dead, sir. It could be fatal, sir. Sir? 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 Are we going to do traffic control, sir? Sir?
Well, that brings us to the end of this week's edition of Copper, brought to you live from a police station somewhere in the centre of the country. And now it's time for Toy Box Tales.
Big Dolly and Rabbit are in the garden today, children. Shall we see if we can find them? Big Dolly, Randy Rabbit. Can you hear Randy's music, children? He must be on his way from the garden. He's getting nearer. Look, here comes Randy now. Hello, Randy Rabbit. Have you been playing with Big Dolly? You've been a naughty boy, haven't you, Randy Rabbit? You were playing leapfrog with Big Dolly, and you weren't jumping high enough, were you, Randy? Randy has his bag with him today, hasn't he, children? No, Randy. Over your shoulder. What's in the bag, Randy? Oh, balls. Look what Randy's doing with his balls, children. Poor Dolly hasn't got any balls, has she? Are you going to give Dolly one, Randy? No, the ball. I wonder if Randy can tell us how many balls he's got. Can you tell us, Randy Rabbit? No, Randy, you have 3 balls. Randy must have another 2, children. Shall we count them and see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, yes, Randy. You were right, weren't you? You did have 5 balls. There's a game you can play with balls, Randy. Big Dolly can play it with you. Now, every time you hear this sound, Big Dolly throws Randy's balls in the air. And when you hear this sound, Big Dolly bounces Randy's balls on the floor. I think it's time to go back into the toy box now. Quickly, Big Dolly. There's the music. Look, children, Randy's trying to get his leg over. Randy Rabbit, Big Dolly, haven't you forgotten something? No, Randy, not that. You haven't waved goodbye to the children. Randy is waving goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.
my friends, Katanga. And before you go to bed, perhaps you can help me. How come the Sun newspaper gets into trouble for exposing 2 shirkers on page 1 when they expose a couple of dropouts every day on page 3? Katanga. And now, here's Gillan.